Thank you. All right, so let's do the derivative trades. It's pretty straightforward. There are two ways that stock prices or bond prices can go, either up or down. Okay, there's only two sets of trades. Either the prices are going to go up or the prices are going to go down. That's it. And you want to use exactly this in your memos. Do not deviate. Use exactly these trades. Okay? So if you're forecasting prices to go up, indexes to go up, exchange traded fund prices to go up, or stocks or bond prices to go up. For the indexes, you're going to buy forwards on futures, buy calls on futures, red puts on futures. In upper and lower case. That's it. For the ETFs, you're going to buy on margin, you're going to buy calls, and you're going to write puts. There's no futures contracts, no forward contracts that are used on ETFs or stocks. And the same trades that you use for exchange traded funds, you use them for the stocks and bonds. So you're going to buy on margin, buy calls, write puts, that's it. If you're forecasting the prices to go down, the index values to go down, you're going to write forward contracts, write futures, write calls on futures, buy puts on futures. For the ETFs, and the bonds and the stocks, you're going to sell short, write calls, buy puts, that's it. So again, I'm just testing you to see if you understand the trades. Again, if you think the values are going to go down, you want to hedge your portfolio, you're going to use these derivative contracts to apply portfolio insurance using the derivatives as tools to hedge off the market risk. Postmodern portfolio theory. On the technical analysis side, what you're learning here in this class, Chapter 8, Chapter 9, valuing the bonds, valuing the stocks, that's fundamental analysis. But we also apply technical analysis when we're analyzing prices of assets. We look at the trends, going back in time, and we look for patterns, pattern recognition. We look for momentum in the prices. We look at recurring trends, recurring patterns, to then be able to forecast where the prices are going to go and to be able to apply the derivative trades too. So here is a price. This could be any stock price or any index. Could be gold prices, could be oil prices, could be a bond price index, could be a stock price index, could be an individual stock or corporate bond. They all adhere to the same technical, analytical trends. So the stock price moves up, the volume moves up. Usually there's a positive correlation to when the stock prices go up, the volume goes up. When the stock prices go down, the volumes go up. So when stock prices are going up, people are buying the stock and bidding up the price. When the prices are going down, people are selling the stock, driving the prices down. So by using trading volume, along with the price patterns, you can get an idea of where the prices are going to go. The stock will eventually break out, and when it trades within a range, it is trading in a trading range. When it starts to trade sideways, it's trading sideways. It's a sideways pattern. And if the stock trades within this pattern for a significant period of time, it is called an accumulation phase. And we are basically waiting for information to hit the stock that is either going to drive it up or drive it down. And in this case, information came in, maybe it was earnings announcement, where the company beat analysts' expectations on their earnings growth, and basically allowed the stock to break through the resistance line. So when they trade in a range, the top that it's hitting is the resistance line, the bottom that it's hitting is the support line. If it breaks through the resistance line, it's a breakout to the upside. And if the stock keeps going, the stock is in a run. The stock is running, is when the stock price goes up. Once you can identify an upward trajectory, it looks like there is a trend here, right? The trend is up, but it also looks like there is a trend in the stock price there also. So over time, there's two upward trends in the stock. One more immediate, the other more long term. It looks like the stock topped out at a resistance line up there, and then the stock went into a downward spiral, a downward trend. And it looks as though it formed here support and resistance and broke through to the downside. It looked like it hit a long range support here, because that was really the price support. Historically, broke through that to the downside. And then reached a long-term support here that formed historically, but the stock continued in its downward trend to break through the long-run support, to break through and break out to the downside. These are just simple technical analytical tools to be able to identify resistance and support lines. Identify breakouts and trends, upward trends and downward trends. That's it on that one. Then lastly, the intrinsic valuation of the fundamental analysis. We're valuing securities, particularly stocks. It's going to be the cash flow divided by the expected return, or the discount rate, or the interest rate. That's going to give us the value. Cash flows can be earnings or earnings per share. If we're trying to value the firm, we would look at total earnings. If we're trying to value the share, we would look at earnings per share. This is what we use for stabilized companies. I can also use earnings before interest and taxes, EBIT. I can also use earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, EBITDA, which is also called free cash flow. And I can do that on a per share basis too. I want to value the firm. I can look at total EBIT and EBITDA. If I want to value the share, I can look at EBIT and EBITDA per share. I can also look at funds funds from operations. If I'm trying to value a real estate investment trust, a publicly traded real estate company. I can also use FFO per share if I'm trying to value the stock. I can also look at net operating income on a property or a portfolio, and I can use that to value the property or the portfolio or the value of the assets within the company. You can also use dividends from stocks to be able to use to value the shares. So there could be different types of cash flows that you can utilize within the various models to be able to value the securities or value the enterprise value of the company. And as we know, if interest rates go up, values go down. If interest rates go down, values go up. And in the perpetuity model, the assumption is that the cash flows are going to remain constant forever. They're going to remain constant into perpetuity. And when you value a company, when you value a share, you're not using today's cash flows or yesterday's cash flows. You're using next year's cash flows. You're using a projection when you do the valuations. The Gordon growth model basically assumes that the cash flows are going to grow at a constant rate forever. So it's going to be the expected return, or the discount rate, or the cost of capital, whatever your view is, minus the growth rate in the cash flows that are going to grow at a constant rate forever, is going to give you the valuation. So if you're projecting growth rate in the cash flows to increase, then the value of the share is going to increase. If you think that the growth rates are going to decelerate, decline, that's going to cause the value of the shares to decline. The multiple approach, you're taking next year's cash flow, multiplying it by next year's multiple, which is some X factor, to get the value. So obviously, if the multiple goes up, the value goes up. The multiple goes down, the value goes down. And you can calculate multiples using multiple methods. You could look at the price of the stock divided by the earnings per share. And you can get the PE multiple. PE multiple. I could look at the price of the stock divided by EBIT, EBITDA, per share, get a multiple, apply the cash flows to get the value of the share. I can do that. I could use the value of the company divided by the earnings to get a multiple. I could use the value of the firm divided by the EBIT to get the multiple. I could use the value of the firm divided by total EBITDA to get the multiple to value the firm. I can also create multiples by using the perpetuity model. 1 divided by I is going to give me a multiple. And in that case, I'm assuming that the cash flows are going to remain constant forever. I can also manufacture a multiple using the Gordon growth model, which assumes the multiple calculation is going to assume that the cash flows are going to grow at a constant rate into the future. The discounted cash flow model, these are the most popular models right here. They're used by CFOs and Wall Street, investment bankers, hedge fund managers, venture capitalists. They use the multiple and the discounted cash flow model. And the discounted cash flow model is a series of cash flows. And these cash flows are probably going to grow at some rate over the time periods. And you're going to discount back those future cash flows by some expected return or some discount rate or some cost of capital. And at the end of the holding period, you're going to receive the value, the sales price, the future value of the firm. And in the last year in the holding period, not only do you get the cash flow in the last period, but you also get the terminal value. So you have to discount back the last year's cash flow and the terminal value by the holding period. So if this was a 5-year holding period, this N would be 5, this discount factor would be 5, and this discount factor would be 5. And then you discount it back. And what you get from the discounted cash flow, or the DCF model, is you are going to get the present value. All of the valuations that are done in these models are intrinsic values. These are intrinsic values. So when you calculate the intrinsic values, you're projecting the value of the company, or the value of the share. And if your value that you're getting is higher than the price that you can buy it at, are you going to buy it? If the value that you come up with is higher than what it's selling for, are you going to buy it? Yeah, you are. You're going to buy it. And if the value is lower than the price, are you going to sell it, or are you going to buy it? You're coming up with a lower value than what it's being priced. Are you going to buy it, or are you going to sell it?
Sell it.
You're going to sell it. You're going to sell it. So conducting the valuation methods allows you to see what it's worth compared to what it's being sold for in the marketplace, and you can then make a buy, hold, or a sell recommendation. The valuation methodologies are also tied into the derivative trades. Because if I'm doing a valuation using these methods, and the valuations are significantly less than the price, what direction do you think the prices are going to go? If I'm coming up with a value significantly less than the current price, what's your forecast?
So
your forecast is what for prices to do what?
That they're going to go down.
That they're going to go down. So you would use these trades. If you're calculating the valuations and they're significantly higher than the current price, what's your price forecast? To go up. And if you think they're going to go up, you use these trades. So the intrinsic valuation methods are directly related to the derivative trades. So if you know how to do this, and you know how to do this, you can make money, or you can hedge off the risk.
So what about if we were looking at those two methods for like something like commercial real estate, for example, instead of the derivative trades? Like what would we use, or what would we plug in
For the cash flows?
for multiple approach and discounted cash flow?
For the multiple approach, you would use the gross rent multiplier.
Okay.
Where you're basically taking gross revenue, and the total rent's the revenue, and you are taking the, you're doing the value divided by the gross rent. And that would be your multiple. The value divided by the rent. The value divided by the rent is going to give you a multiple.
So when you use these methods, is it like to find out the value of one stock?
Could be one stock, could be a bond, could be a firm, could be a piece of real estate, could be a portfolio of real estate. These are the basic models, okay? Then it depends on what you're trying to value. The cash flows will change, but the model structures stay the same. If I want to decide on if I should buy that piece of equipment, maybe I want to buy a piece of equipment. Well, I know what the net benefits of that equipment is going to be. I'm going to have a residual value. After I depreciate it, there's going to probably be some resale value. What I can do is I discount that back to the present using the cost of capital for the firm. I'm going to get the present value minus the cost of equipment. And if the net present value is positive, we buy the equipment. If it's negative, we reject it. So I'll go through this even in more detail. I'm just trying to get you to memorize the basic valuation equations. And then what we'll do going forward is we'll dig in and get deeper and deeper and deeper into the nuances in making investment decisions. Okay? Go ahead.
So real quick, back to the value over gross rent to get your gross rent multiplier.
Yes.
Once you get that multiplier, like.
Then this is gonna be your revenue. Next year's revenue
Oh, okay.
times the gross rent multiplier. It's gonna give you the value of the company. If I'm trying to do real estate,
Gotcha.
I could be using net operating income. I could use NOI if I'm trying to value a piece of real estate. I could use the DCF and use NOI. Or I could use perpetuity and use NOI up here, divided by the capitalization rate to get the value. So you can utilize these models. These are the basic valuation models that should be in your head. So that as you start to receive information, it's going through these models in your head so that you can predict what direction the values are going to go. Because if you're making decisions and you think the values are going to go down based on your analysis and you don't say anything, you're going to get fired. Because you have information that you need to disclose to the corporate executives and you need to disclose to your clients. And if you don't disclose the information to your clients, you're violating your fiduciary responsibility to your clients and to the firm. And if they ever found out that you got privy to information and you found out that the value was going to be impaired and you did not disclose it, you're in trouble. You have an ethical and moral responsibility to disclose the information to the firm and to the client. They ask me all the time, what do I think? Should I buy? Should I sell? Should I buy? Should I sell? Should I rotate? What should I do with my money? You got to be able to advise these people. Okay, did you have a question? No? Okay. And then the last is the terminal value. The terminal value is a very complex calculation. To arrive at the terminal value, and you may want to watch this because we're going to go over this a lot, and this is where all the students make their mistakes. Let's say we have a 5-year holding period. We need to calculate the terminal value. The way that we calculate the terminal value is we forecast out cash flow in T+6. We got to go out one more year. We take it out one more year, and then we either discount it using the perpetuity model, or we discount it using the Gordon growth model. If we do that, we're going to get the terminal value. Once we get the terminal value, we discount it back by the last year of the holding period. So you're really getting this cash flow and this cash flow in the last year of the holding period. This is where all the students make a mistake. They forget to grow out the cash flow one more year. Then you have to decide, am I going to assume that the cash flow is going to remain flat forever, which means I use the perpetuity model, or I assume that the cash flows are going to grow at a constant rate forever, and use the Gordon growth model to get the terminal value. Okay, any questions? We'll go over this over and over again. Because I need, by the end of the semester, for you to understand and know the Fisher equation, capital asset pricing model, weighted average cost of capital, for valuation methods, particularly the discounted cash flow, how to value a firm, how to value a stock, how to arrive, at the optimal capital structure, to be able to do financial ratio analysis. I have to give you tools that you can use in the real world. Not for academic purposes, but you can use on a daily basis. That you will use on a daily basis. No matter what your major is. Okay, do you have any questions? No. Okay. No? Okay, Does that help?